Do I even need an intro? No, let's just get to the goods, man. I think you can see what this is going to be. And if you clicked on the video due to the title or thumbnail, then you already know what we're doing here. We're going through every single fucking Need for Speed game. I have played all of these, so I can assure you that this will be a somewhat valid list that I hope you can agree with. And if you don't agree with me, you can suck my nuts. All right. So let's start in order, bro. Let's get this shit. Carbon. Oh, carbon. Yeah. That's easily up here, bro. Come on. Come on. That's a goated fucking game, bro. Soundtrack, mechanics, bro. Car quality and selection, bro. May not be the best, but it's definitely one of the best. It's got to be in everybody's at least top five, bro. I swear. If you don't have this in your top five, I don't know what you're doing. All right. Payback. Now, here's the thing about Payback. I played Payback to get back into the Need for Speed franchise because I stopped playing for a bit, and Payback was the game that got me reintroduced until I started then going back to the other ones because I realized I didn't like the quality of the newer games as much as the older ones. But Payback was a decent play for me, although I can't say it's very, very, it's like top tier shit. I'm gonna put it at average. I think it's fine at average. It stays there. What's this one? Jesus Christ, I can't even like see properly some of the pictures. So give me a second, guys. I apologize for all this shit, bruh. Get y'all lame ass. Hot Pursuit 2. Hot Pursuit 2. That's an easy. I'm putting this here. Very good. I fuck with that. Hot Pursuit 2 is fucking really great. Um, I know people get pissed off with the car chases. If you have, here's the thing, in a Need for Speed game, as much as the cops can be annoying as shit, if you know how to if you know how to make the car chases like challenging but yet not annoying, which is really really hard to do. Like that's contradicting everything. Then you have a good fucking game. But I would prefer it to be the cops be on your ass and hard to get rid of rather than how new games be where the cops ain't shit. These cops nowadays, like if you played Unbound, like I don't mind. I like Unbound. I like the aesthetic, I like the gameplay, I like everything. It's not as good as the old ones, but it's still a decent game in terms of newer releases. But once you have a cop on you, even if you're 5 stars, if you get on the highway and just start speeding, bro, you're done. Like they're not catching you, which makes
To
cop
all
chases
the
so easy.
shoes
I don't
that
like that.
need their
I miss
fit
the most wanted days where cops
and
would be like
to-dos
on your ass for 5 years
we've
so you
yet to
couldn't tick
hit.
them off with the easy
From
way
old
possible.
solutions
I had
to
to
new
work.
resolutions,
But Hot Pursuit,
there's storage for all.
definitely top tier game. I'd put it up there. Um, Porsche Unleashed, respectfully, respectfully. To those of you who liked Motor City Online, never really found it to be that entertaining to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know, man. But that could be because as much as I played it, I had very little playtime when it comes to it. That's the thing. That is the part that like I think drops it low for me. So I never really had like as much time as others, and when I did, it wasn't really as big for me. You know what? Just because I'll put it up more, just because I don't think it deserves poor. I don't think it's like a poorly made game. I just didn't play it as much. Um, maybe I should put it. I'll consider it as never played. If I barely played it that much, I'll just consider it as never played. Because I don't think I have enough to really judge it properly. And I could probably say that for a couple of these games. Rivals, Rivals is very good. I like Rivals. I like Rivals. Rivals is very good. It was entertaining as fuck. That's where most of my multiplayer, I think, time came in with Rivals, because me and my boys were still racing each other online when it came to Rivals. Other games, it was more local, and then newer releases in the Need for Speed franchise, these guys weren't really willing to play. Need for Speed 2. This is a classic, but of course, I just know it as a stepping stone for games to get better. So I'm not gonna put it too high. Don't hate me for that. Nitro on the Wii. That one I have never played. I will not lie to you. I said I played every one. I lied. I lied. Of course I lied. I'm a fucking liar, aren't I? The Run. Not the biggest fan. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Hmm. Shift. Shift is going up average. Top of average. I can put it. Can you move over, bitch? Move over. There we go. Yeah, I like Shift. Shift is very I like the controls in Shift. Shift was very easy to jump into compared to other games. I just hated the way they changed drifting over the years. I think that was the one thing that really did it for me in terms of Need for Speed games and what makes me like them more. Like the way drifting works and turning. Undercover, the first game to make you play in the cop's perspective. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. High stakes, bottom of average. V Rally, I was never a fan of the rally games. I will not lie. So while we're at it, is the other rally game? Yeah, Rally 2. Don't hate me, guys. Don't hate me. Simple. Hot Pursuit. Ooh, Hot Pursuit. Yeah, you going up there, my boy. We're going up there. I'm putting you below Hot Pursuit too, though. Can I put? I'm gonna put. Mm, I'm trying to put these in order by like how much I like the games too. By the way, so like if it, within each tier is also its own list. Underground Rivals. Um, um, y'all are gonna hate me. Shift two. Where can I put that? Where? It's above shift one. I hope we notice. Yeah, that fits. That fits. That fits. I'll give, like, I'm kind of just speed throughing this because, like, there's not really much for me to talk about when it comes to some of these games. It's just a matter of my preference and how much I enjoy it. But, in terms of the top games, yeah, you'll probably hear me get vocal about these. No Limits. No Limits goes right here. Ooh, I remember playing this. Was this the one I played mobile? Played this one mobile, I think. 'Cause I remember it was on the phone. But then I did play it on console. Most Wanted is a pretty good remaster, just not as good as the original, but definitely deserves to be up there. I'm gonna put it right there. I think that's where it's good for. Yeah, yeah, we're not even gonna. No, yeah. And speaking of which, yeah, get that shit out of here. Yeah, no, no, no. Pro Street. I know I'm kind of going off track off the stuff here, but just relax. Hmm. OG 2015 didn't have too much going for it for me. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a rebirth of the franchise, so it was supposed to be. I believe so. Can't really hate on it, but this one I haven't played. Carbon remaster. I put it right. Because it was Carbon. That was the thing, and it was so fun. I put it up here. No, I put it down. There we go. All right, let's get into the big boys. The big boys. Okay. I'm gonna start with Heat. Heat, respectfully, it's going right here. Heat was, I think, the first game where I realized that they were really dimming down on the cops, which sucked because when I played Heat, I was thinking it was all about the cops and the cops are going to be impossible to get rid of. But I found it pretty goddamn easy, except for one, I think, particular mission that I played where, or was this in Payback? I can't remember. No, it was Heat. Where the cops were almost impossible to get rid of. And it was one where you were down by this little factory area and then you had to literally drive cross country in order to fucking make it to like the goal while the cops were on you and the rhinos and shit would all be coming after you. Oh my gosh, that was tormenting. But as much as it was crazy, that's the type of fun and exhilaration that I like out of a Need for Speed game. If you have stuff like that when it comes to the cops, then that's what's really getting my attention and wanting me to play the game more. Because any game, if I really wanted to just drive around, I could honestly hop on GTA and do that shit. I don't want that. I want to be able to drive around and then also have the excitement of like cop chases that I can't really just shoot people for. I have to actually outmaneuver them with good driving. GTA, you could blow up cops and run away and you'd be fine. Or if you just die, then like you don't really lose much if you die on GTA. But in this game, you can lose cash and shit. You can lose all that shit you earned. So having cop chases like that really boosted it for me. So that's why I'm gonna put it there. Although the mechanics is kind of where like it dims down. That's why I don't really like it as much. Hot Pursuit, right there. Very very fun game. Same kind of deal for me. Like you would think Heat and Hot Pursuit. Those titles mean like cop chases are gonna be top tier. Like I found them not really as hard as challenging, which is another reason why, as much as it pains me with the aesthetic, I'm also gonna put this here. I found Unbound. I loved that they brought back the old school aesthetic with the more cartoonish and neon lights and shit. Not as beautiful or not as eye catching as Underground 2 was and stuff like that, but still very eye catching and colors pop and everything like that. I like it. I like the cartoonish animation design. Really fun. And of course the mechanics are more alongside the new mechanics, which means drifting and shit is kind of poo poo, but actually, I feel like I'm doing a bit dishonor. I'll put it up here. I feel like it is very good. It is a very fun game. And I don't think any words need to be said, but this is my um, order in terms of these games. Um, Underground 1 set the grounds for what I believe a Need for Speed game should be, and I will always have nostalgia for it being my first Need for Speed game, so it will always stay up there. Most Wanted, I still play to this day whenever I have free time. I have the Black Edition too. That one is definitely like the cop chases are very challenging. Uh, the car selections is very fun, and the soundtrack is definitely very nostalgic. Can't really go wrong with that. It's probably the second most time I put into a Need for Speed game ever because and it was definitely my uncle's favorite too, so that was a good thing. But yeah, Most Wanted story mode was very fun too. Always having to. That's what I liked about doing the missions and trying to get back your M3. The M3 was always one of my favorite cars just because of this game. But Need for Speed Underground 2 though will always be my favorite, only due to the fact that this game was literally just my childhood. Out of all the Need for Speed games, Most Wanted was second most played. This one was number one. This was the reason why I wanted a Nissan 370Z like in real life, bro. I wanted that shit. I wanted to buy that shit in person for me to drive around, pull up, be like, "Where you get that car from? Got it from the shop, nigga. This is my shit." But Need for Speed Underground 2, the aesthetic, the soundtrack is so like, bro, the gameplay, drifting, turning, everything felt smooth, felt like responsive, felt like you were actually in control. In these newer games, you have to rely on the handbrake most of the time and actually drifting. If you're playing automatic, then you don't really have to worry about it much. But manual, which I loved to drive manual back then, yeah, drifting actually took skill. You actually needed to like learn how to drift, and it was required. But you can also like how in Most Wanted, you don't really have to if you're driving automatic. You can just turn, and then you only really have to use your handbrake when you're making sharp turns. But like that was the thing. I remember I hopped on I was on Unbound for the longest time, and then I hopped on Most Wanted after like years, and holy shit, I felt like I was asset driving compared to like being on Unbound, because I was like, yo, these mechanics are so different. You feel so loose, which is honestly like it's felt so much better being back on the older games. But I think like respectfully, these are the top four. I don't think anybody else's top four should be any different than that. Top five, whatever you want to put at five, you can honestly like choose. I could maybe do this, but I don't think it. I honestly don't think Hot Pursuit is in the same tier as Carbon. That's why I think. I don't even think this is the right Carbon. I might be the wrong Carbon. I'm fucking like tripping. Yes, I am, because this is the original Carbon. See, I'm blind, guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, this shit. That's OG. And these are the top four. These are the best. These very good games, solid entries in the series. Not the greatest, average, typical Need for Speed games, especially in the newer ones, because the newer ones follow this new formula that I'd honestly am not the biggest fan of, but can still tolerate. These games just haven't really either put enough time or just didn't bother to like really want to play more, didn't really like them as much. And these games I either barely played or had just never played in general. But let me know what you guys think of the tier list. I'll probably do some other tier lists to other franchises and post these, just get some content out there for you guys. And yeah, but that's my tier list of the Need for Speed games. Comment down below what your list is, and I will see you guys in the next video.